Along with other boring features like engineering, what even is that? Star Citizen finally has virtual reality support. As they've been updating the Vulkan renderer, VR support has now finally been officially added. Now, with everything Star Citizen, there is a large asterisk that comes alongside it, but I gotta say off the bat, I am thoroughly impressed. It's something I've been waiting for in the game for so long. If you can't tell, I'm a bit of a VR enthusiast. I want to give you my first initial reaction, and by the way, you can make the viewing experience full screen instead of split screen like I'm about to show you. I didn't realize that was a setting until a little bit into the recording. But here's my first initial reaction. Oh my god. Okay. Well, some of the UI elements are not good. Oh my god, I'm getting this. I might cry. I don't know if words can. Like, I've used Vorpex before in this game and it's not clean, and I'm in it. And the scale of the game all of a sudden just became so much more insane. Oh my god. Biggest thing to note here is that it is an experimental feature. CIG has said very clearly they know there's a lot of work to go. This is just an early iteration, but some of the devs have been working on it and just wanted to get it into our hands, and I'm glad they did because it was such a cool experience. It is hard to get across how great it is without actually you being in VR. If you thought Star Citizen did sense of scale right before, this is going to change everything. Walking up to an MSR and really realizing that the engine is the size of my entire room blew my mind. Well, I got the little wobble from my watch. Holy, I mean, we know the ships are big, but holy, you really know. Holy crap, those thrusters are massive. Now, with that, there are some bugs. As you can see, I couldn't get into my MSR because some of the menus just didn't work. Alongside that, the game was a little low res, causing a lot of blurriness in my high resolution index, and the UI definitely had some, issues. One of the first is that a lot of elements were just in your face. Going into nav mode caused a lot of the waypoints to like genuinely appear as if they were right here, even though the rest of my UI is back here. So I had to keep like focusing inward to see the waypoints. Then you also have the UI when it comes to inventory. These clearly haven't been altered for virtual reality yet. And when I finally did find settings in the game, the menus were way too blurry. Again, the resolution is a bit of a problem right now. I had to keep taking my headset on and off to actually change the settings in game because I just couldn't read them in the headset. It also needs some other settings like making sure that I can smooth out the motion, because you can see every tiny motion I make with my head is visible and it's extremely shaky and not the best viewing experience for anybody that's watching. But in the settings, make sure you're changing your scale of your visor because it was really small at the beginning. There are settings to like change where it appears. I had to do about 5 minutes of tinkering just to get it in the spot where it looked like it was an actual visor. I'm sure they're gonna have better controls and setups for that in the future, but right now at least the option was there to get it out of the way. But it appears in the middle of the screen for anyone else watching, so it's not, again, the best viewing experience. But as an initial implementation, as an experimental feature, I thought it would be a lot worse. And going out to the side of Ghost Hollow and seeing a Carrack down in the trees, like I'm genuinely still trying to find words for it. I can't express how much it gave me a sense of scale. That Carrack is fucking huge, dude. Like, we know they're big, but until you can see it in three-dimensional space, you don't realize how big these ships can get. And it makes me really sad that I couldn't get inside the MSR. Now, I was so just engrossed in the experience that I actually forgot to check what frame rate I was getting. I think it was probably by feel around 45 frames without DLSS on, just native AA. And then when I got DLSS going, it felt much more akin to other VR games I've played, closer to that 90 FPS experience. So if you are someone that experiences motion sickness, the low frame rate might get to you. To me, my VR legs are pretty strong. Also, even just walking and then going into third person, I could sense, okay, this could upset someone's stomach. I've gotten sickness from VR before, but only like once, and it was like I felt that tingle of it, you know? So if you have weak VR legs, this could end up upsetting you until they smooth the experience out and have some higher frame rates. And then all it got me thinking is how great this game is going to be for full body tracking as well. CIG has from the ground up built this game with physicalization in mind, which is going to allow for a VR experience that doesn't have to be separated from the normal experience. You can keybind everything on your keyboard to operate all the systems in your ship, or you could reach down and flip the switch. They might have to add hitboxes, or maybe they'll just say, hey, if your finger's in proximity to it, it flips the switch. There's probably still some work to do with that, but I feel like the groundwork has been laid to make this as an easier transition than another game being retrofitted into VR. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, sometimes your head just becomes separated if you like take the headset off and put it back on, and also keybind, like your keyboard, sorry, just stops working. I had to go into menus, leave menus, alt tab a bunch of times to like get my keyboard working again. So if you're in VR, don't take your headset off. You're trapped in there forever. I know I normally make news videos, but I just had to talk about this because like I just don't have the words for it. It was mind blowing. It was what I wanted. Lower fidelity, but it's what I wanted from this game. I wanted to dive in and immerse myself in the highly detailed world that they had created. Like I can look at the numbers on this wall now, and they were really high res when I got up close to them, and just being able to look at the small details around was incredible. If you guys want to see the full experience, like my full recording of it, I can upload it if you want. I'm sure a lot of other people are going to be uploading stuff though. I just had to talk about it. If you guys have tried VR, let me know down below how it was for you. I actually am probably going to play Star Citizen a lot more now because of VR. Hopefully they fix the UI elements sooner than later, but this really does change the experience. While you're letting me know if you've tried it in the comments, let me know if you're going to keep using it going forward, or if you think it still needs a little bit more work. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, be kind, and we'll see you in the verse.